What's up? I'm Justin. Welcome to the holiday special of Don't Disappoint Your Parents. Let's get cooking.
Justin, why aren't you wearing red?
You suck.
Yes, that's much better. I'm less disappointed.
Today we're going to be making some of my favorite holiday cookies. These are white lover cookies from Japan. And they're basically like Oreos.
Do you have a white lover?
No. But they're basically Oreos but white and Japanese and better. To help me make these cookies, please welcome my sister. I did a bad explanation at the beginning, but these cookies basically consist of a layer of white chocolate sandwiched between two thin, crisp, buttery sugar cookies. In a bowl, combine 5 cups of flour, 1 1/2 teaspoons of baking powder, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 1 teaspoon of salt. Whisk slightly to combine and set aside for later. In a bowl of a stand mixer, we're going to add 2 sticks of butter and 2 cups of sugar. Cream those together until light and fluffy, about 2 minutes. Next, we're going to add 2 eggs. Watch your sister fail to crack an egg with one hand. Remove any fragmented shell, and show off your own skills. Add 1 teaspoon of vanilla extract and mix together until combined. Finally, we're going to alternate between adding our flour and a 1/4 cup of milk. We're using almond milk because we're lactose intolerant Asians and almond milk is the only milk we have. Add about 1/3 of the flour, mix, and add 1/3 of the milk. Repeat 2 more times. Mix just until everything is combined and chill the cookie dough in the fridge for at least half an hour. During which time we're going to make some white chocolate peppermint bark for the filling of our cookies. Start by tediously unwrapping about 20 small candy canes and placing them in a plastic bag. Squeeze as much air as possible out of the bag and seal it up. Hand your sister a meat mallet, make sure she doesn't use the spiky side, and let her hammer away all her anger from being the inferior sibling. Stop when your candy canes are crushed into coarse pieces. Next, we're going to cut 12 ounces of white chocolate into small pieces. We're going to temper the chocolate using the microwave, which is just a little simpler. Add about 2/3 of your white chocolate into a microwave-proof bowl and microwave for about 30 seconds. Take it out and stir it for another 30 seconds. Repeat this process until the chocolate reaches a temperature of 110 degrees Fahrenheit, at which point we're going to add in the remaining 1/3 of our white chocolate a bit at a time, stirring between each addition. Keep stirring the chocolate until it reaches a temperature of 80 degrees Fahrenheit. This process will take anywhere from 20 to 40 minutes. Sprinkle in a generous amount of crushed candy canes and pour into a parchment-lined cake pan. Make sure you even out the top of the chocolate with an offset spatula or bench scraper and spread it out as thin as possible. The top needs to be even or the sandwich will be very difficult to sandwich. Let the chocolate set in the fridge for at least 30 minutes. Finally, we're going to roll out our cookie dough. On a floured parchment sheet, your sister, who is much better at being precise than you are, is going to start to roll 1/4 of the cold dough into a 9x13 rectangle. The goal here is to get the dough as thin as possible without overworking it. Using a ruler, we're going to mark and cut the dough into 2-inch by 2-inch squares. Be as precise as possible for the best turnout. Place the cookies on a parchment or silicone mat lined baking sheet and bake for 8 to 10 minutes. The cookies should come out slightly brown on the edges. Let the cookies sit on the tray for about a minute or 2 before moving to a wire rack and cooling completely. Mark and cut the chocolate into 2-inch by 2-inch squares. Torch a knife slightly so you melt the chocolate while cutting it and don't just shatter the entire thing. Then realize that a straight-edged knife would make cutting the chocolate even easier and switch to that. Heat up an offset spatula with the torch, because fire is cool. Melt the chocolate slightly before sandwiching it between the 2 cookies. Or, to make this process easier, you could just use a little bit of melted chocolate as a sort of glue. Once the chocolate re-solidifies, it will adhere to the cookies. What you're left with is a beautiful, crisp, creamy, and minty cookie. Perfect for the holidays.
Do you like it, Mom?
It's very good.
Is it as good as the original?
Better.
Wow. Wow. From Hope Chen. Happy holidays.
Oh, pretty good.
We're gonna get fat.
You're gonna get fat.
You're already fat.
That's not nice.
I'm sorry. Make this with your holiday babe. because we don't have